Hello there. Thank you so much for joining us. This is News Channel Nebraska. My name is Eric McKay. Let's take a look at our top headlines today. Beginning with a rocky start to the fall semester for a pair of university campuses in a situation that echoed a scary one here in Nebraska. Reports of possible active shooters at Villanova University in Pennsylvania and at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Both reports, like the call made earlier this week to Doane University, turned out to be hoaxes. Sherelle Hubbard has more.
This was the scene at Villanova University Thursday. While students were celebrating orientation mass outdoors, reports of an active shooter sent them scrambling.
This is insane.
People on campus were asked to move to a secure location and to lock or barricade doors. A police sniper keeping watch from a law school roof. Law enforcement conducted a sweep of the Catholic University's law school before Villanova's president, Peter Donahue, reported that it had all been, quote, a cruel hoax.
These officers came from all over this area thinking that they were going to go into an active shooter room, into a building, and have to take somebody down to save someone's life.
This comes as university students from all around the country head back to school. Earlier Thursday, officials from the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga also sent out an alert about a possible active shooter on campus. The message said possible active shooter in University Center or library. It instructed people to run, hide, and fight.
I was pretty scared. I saw police coming on the field and running, so I just took off and got off campus as quickly as possible.
A scary situation for people that ended with police officials later giving the all clear with, quote, no violent incidents and no injuries. But Chattanooga police said it is better to err on the side of caution.
Our response is going to, especially our initial response, is going to be the same no matter what. It has to. Lives depend on it. We can never assume that something is fake, right?
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Closer to home, 2 people are dead after a Thursday morning shooting in southeast Nebraska. Police in Falls City say a 23-year-old woman and 27-year-old man were both found dead of gunshot wounds at a residence. Very few details have been made available, but authorities say there's no ongoing threat to the public. The victims have not yet been identified. An over 2-month investigation yielding felony assault charges related to a stabbing in north central Nebraska. 18-year-old Trevor Tail has been charged with felony assault. Police say it stems from an incident in Gordon back in June. Authorities say in court documents they were called to a disturbance and found the victim, Douglas Charging Thunder, with a wound under his left ear. Witnesses told police Charging Thunder and Tail were fighting when Tail stabbed Charging Thunder. Charging Thunder was treated at a hospital in Rapid City, South Dakota. Tail is set for his next court appearance next week. An Iowa woman faces charges in Nebraska after authorities say her kids were found alone in a hot car. 37-year-old Tanya Knudsen was arrested Thursday. Police in Blair say they were called about noon to an apartment building on the former Dana College campus. Authorities say 2 children, aged 3 years and 16 months old, were locked in the car and showing signs of heat exposure. Knudsen told authorities she left them in the car while she made a grocery delivery. But witnesses say the kids were left unattended for almost half an hour. Rescue officials said the temperature in the car had reached over 120 degrees. The 2 children were treated at a Blair hospital, then placed into protective custody. Knudsen has been arrested on felony child abuse charges. A fraternity on the campus of Nebraska Wesleyan University has been suspended. University officials say Zeta Psi has been sanctioned with a 1-year suspension for violating the university's student code of conduct. Officials with the university didn't say how the code was violated, but they did say fraternity members are not allowed to live in the house or recruit new members until next school year. NWU said in a statement that they'll continue to support the charter and are confident they'll come back strong next year. Zeta Psi, one of 3 fraternities at Nebraska Wesleyan. Well, the campaign for Nebraska's Board of Regents ending just about 2 months after it began. State Education Commissioner Brian Maher has announced he's no longer running for NU Regent. In a statement, Maher cited family and professional obligations. He announced his run for the soon-to-be vacant District 1 seat just last month and had the backing of Nebraska's Board of Education. But Maher said Thursday the campaign was taking away from his role as head of the Department of Education. Lincoln entrepreneur Brent Comstock has also announced his intentions to run for the seat currently held by Tim Clare. A southeast Nebraska city has lifted its water restriction guidelines after close to 2 months of conservation efforts. Now, leadership there are focused on improvements to the city's water system that could make those restrictions unnecessary in the future. Low precipitation and high temperatures earlier this summer forced the city of Fairbury to ask residents to restrict water usage back in mid-June. Just this past week, city leaders said they'd received the required rain to raise the reserves in the water tower past a critical point, enough to enable the city to remove the restrictions on public water use this month.
We just didn't want to get the water levels down to where we were a year or so ago, and the water tower level drop and send off all the signals and alarms, and so we were just trying to get it to where it could stay where it was, or maybe build up a little bit to where we weren't playing catch up.
Even during the period of restriction, Fairbury's been pointing its focus at the Crystal Springs campground just west of town. The lakes there need to be continuously pumped and the water redistributed so it doesn't flood into nearby campsites.
The water level out there is so high that it will flood the campground if we don't keep pumping it out. So it goes into the ponds siphon off into the river, and away it goes. 250,000 gallon a day.
Davis said the city's pursuing 3 pilot programs which would help make the water in the lakes and reservoirs safer and easier to access. He says if they find a tenable solution, there may not be another water restriction in this part of the state again. Toxic algae alerts, meanwhile, keep bouncing around to different lakes throughout Nebraska. The Department of Water, Energy, and Environment announced Thursday a health alert for Cub Creek Lake west of Springview in Jefferson County. DWEE officials say samples taken from the lake came back above the safe level of blue-green algae. That means the swimming beaches are closed, but boating and fishing are permitted. The public's being told, though, to be careful not to do anything that would expose them to the water directly. This is Bluestem Lake out in Lancaster County has been removed from the health alert list after being on alert last week. Well, there are no permanent bookstores in the city of Norfolk, but one pops up every weekend each year to raise money for a good cause. Sarah McKenna has more.
This is just the calm before the storm for this book sale as people are lining up out the door to come support the Norfolk Rescue Mission. People flooded in to help in the latest chapter of the Norfolk Rescue Mission's annual book sale.
I love the read.
Set up at the Stables Event Center in Norfolk, this is the 18th year of selling books for the mission. Executive Director Pastor Will Paragon says the community loves the book sale ever since the first one.
And it was pretty successful. We thought $2,000 was successful 18 years ago, and so every year it's continued to grow and grow, not only in dollars that it's raised, but also in size.
Among the thousands of books, a third of the store is dedicated for kids, who Paragon says he would rather see pick up a book over an iPad. The prices of the books are kept relatively low in order to allow the public to enjoy them.
Hardcovers are $5 and paperbacks are $3. In the children's section, we've tried to make that even more affordable, where hardcovers are $2 and paperbacks are only $1.
Some book lovers come with a plan in mind, like this mother-daughter duo.
We were on the hunt for some Nancy Drew books.
Yeah, I love Nancy Drew. It's one of my favorites.
So we found a bunch of those, and then I just found a couple of Colleen Hoover books that I've been wanting to read. So
from Nancy Drew to Colleen Hoover, customers are sure to find something that hits the mark. The book sale goes until Sunday the 24th, and all proceeds go towards the rescue mission. Some might not even be able to wait long to flip the pages on their new find.
When I get home, I think I'm probably going to start reading one of these.
In Norfolk, Sarah McKenna, News Channel, Nebraska.
And finally, e-bikes are gaining traction across the country, that trend rolling into Nebraska. And now residents and visitors in one small town have a new way to explore the community. Casey Wannenberg has more.
Valentine, Nebraska. known for its beautiful scenery.
Turn it on.
And now there's a new way to take it all in.
It is the world's most rural bike share station.
Roam Share, a nonprofit that operates bike shares across the state, has had a location in Valentine for a few years.
Be able to see the speedometer.
But this year, they've rolled out something new. E-bikes.
They are a class 1 pedal assist bike, so when you pedal the bike, they provide an assist up to 17 miles per hour. And so they make riding on the cowboy trail out to the pedestrian bridge a breeze.
Across the country, e-bikes are shifting into high gear. U.S. sales nearly quadrupled from 2019 to 2022.
They're the fastest growing trend in the bicycle industry, but more than that, they're really pushing bike share and just bikes in general to be a form of transportation.
In Valentine, riders can pay $10 for a 2-hour rental or $30 for a monthly pass.
The addition of the e-bikes is super amazing because that makes it easier to go out to the cowboy trail. The classic bikes are great, but the e-bikes will be a great addition.
Hit unlock bike.
A new way to put the pedal down, take in the scenery, and enjoy the ride.
As soon as you pedal, you'll feel the assist engage, but it won't knock you off. And it's pretty fun.
In Valentine, Casey Wannenberg, News Channel, Nebraska.
And you can stay up to date with the very latest by following us online. Head to newschannelnebraska.com. Click on the News tab there. You can also follow us on X, like us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend. This is News Channel Nebraska.